Hey everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal. Okay, so, I did one of these videos for TikTok and I have to do one for YouTube also. Just bear with me because I'm telling you, it was hard enough to do it for TikTok, and it's like every time I even discuss it, it just like, it affects me at my core. And you guys know that ever since I started YouTube, I always swore that I was going to be transparent with you guys. I've always been transparent with you guys. I've shared my journey with you completely. I've always been honest and, forthright. And I've always been honest. And I want to continue to be transparent with you guys. So I want to share this story with you because I want to introduce you to a supplement that just changed my life, literally changed my life. Okay, so I've always been a dancer since I was a little girl, always been a dancer. It started with ballet and, jazz and tap and flamenco and, everything. I mean, everything. And then now I still dance. I still dance 1 day a week and sometimes 2 days a week. But I'm more into the Latin stuff now. So I've been taking these classes for a good 7 years now. So a year and a half ago, I started noticing something happening in the classes, and I started noticing that I was forgetting my steps. Now, these are classes that I have taken for 5 to 6 years now. So I should not be forgetting steps. But after one of the classes, my instructor, not just my dance instructor, but also my step instructor, because I was having problems with my steps too. I do box steps. And both of them took me aside at one point and said, Marie, what's going on here? Because you're like going left when you should be going right. You're going back when you're ramming into other people. What is going on here? And both instructors, I actually went and told them both, it's like, I feel like I'm losing my mind. I can't explain it. I'm just losing my memory. Both of them just said, oh, well, that kind of sucks. So that was that. I was dating a gentleman at the time, and I went to him and I said, you know what, babe, something's wrong. Something's really wrong. Okay. I'm putting pots of water on the stove, and next thing I know, I'm in the bedroom and I hear hissing, and I go into the kitchen and I realize, oh crap, I forgot water on the stove and the pot's burning. I completely totally forgot I had put water on the stove. I was forgetting it was more than just your normal forgetful stuff, right? And I knew it. I went to family members, I went to friends, and, I heard different stuff. It was just like, oh, that's normal as you get older, this kind of stuff happens. No, that is not true. I know people who are 98 and they're sharp as a tack. This stuff does not happen. I had other people, it's like, well, Marie, you're busy, you help a lot of people during the day. You have to hear about everybody's illness, blah, blah, blah. It's affecting you. It's a lot of stress, blah, blah, everything. So I'm going to stop right here. And the first thing I want to say to you guys is that if you ever hear this video and anyone ever comes up to you and says, I feel like I'm losing my mind, it's a cry for help. If someone says the depression is so bad that I can't stand it, okay, that's going to lead to something serious on later down the road. There's suicidal thoughts with that. If somebody sits there and says this anxiety is overwhelming, I can't deal with it anymore, please take the time and stop. Acknowledge what they're feeling. And once you acknowledge what they're feeling, the correct answer is always, I hear you. How can I help you with this? Let me help you with this. Be a support system. Okay, I never got that. from anyone. Everybody just gave me excuses or, you know, this, that, and the other thing, but nobody helped me in any way, shape, or form. And it was really scary for me until one day I was driving home from that dance class. And I remember turning the corner and I got to the stop sign. And I remember looking left and I remember looking right and I didn't know where I was. And I was like, oh, I don't know how to get home. What the hell? And I looked around and I had lost a little bit of block of time there. I don't even know how I got to that stop sign. And I started to panic. And there was a church parking lot nearby, and I just parked in the parking lot, and I just must have sat there for 15 minutes and I just cried. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know how to get home. I don't know how to get to my own house. And I started to panic because I knew I had to go pick up the girls from school in a couple of hours. And I didn't even know how to get there. So I was just like, I was panicking. So the little voice inside my head, thank God of reason, sat there and said, GPS, use your phone to get you home. So I grabbed my phone, but I realized I don't know my address. And now it's kind of like, I mean, it's funny and it's sad at the same time, but I remember sitting there with my phone in my hand going, I don't know my address. And then I was like, my driver's license, my address is on my driver's license. And pulling out my driver's license and looking at my driver's license and holding onto my phone and saying, drive me to, because I didn't know how to get there. Nothing was scarier than that. That day was it for me. That was the eye opener for me. I was like, you have to do something. You have to. So I kind of pulled back from everything. I pulled back from YouTube and I pulled back from social media and I pulled back from my consultations, everything. I just completely pulled back because I was like, I cannot be in the middle of a consultation and forget what herbs to suggest or, you know, what to tell my clients. What am I going to do? You know, I stopped doing hospital visits at all because I was afraid if I showed up there in clinic visits, because I was like, if I show up there and somebody says, you know, well, what do I get? You know, that thing, that green, no, I couldn't do that. So literally I pulled back from everything. And I started trying to figure out what I can do for myself. Okay. So I started this is just some of the stuff. I tried so many pills. I can't even begin to tell you, you know, brain health, this stuff, you know, I just kept ordering stuff in hopes that something would click. I gave everything like 2 weeks, you know, and I knew I was in a race against time. So I could only give something 2 weeks. And if it didn't work in 2 weeks, I was like, I got to move on because I don't know. So I read a bunch of articles where, you know, dementia and Alzheimer's is a stage 3 glucose issue. So one of the very first things that I did was I did a complete carb cut. I'm telling you, complete carb cut. Like, if it was not a natural carb, it was not going in my body. So no pastas, no breads, I had already given bread up and I had already given pasta, but anything resembling a carb, gone. All I did was natural carbs. That was it. Okay, so that was the number one step I took. And number two step I took was taking something called NMN. Okay, so I started taking this, and after about 10 days, I started noticing that while I was dancing, I was remembering the steps. I was like, I'm confident. I know the steps. And it just kept getting better and better and better, and things just kept moving along, getting better and better. But then all of a sudden, Amazon decided they're not going to sell NMN anymore. It's just not going to be available. And, you know, this supplement shouldn't be out there. And I was like, what? No. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me, because I'm just finally now getting my life back. And if you think it's scary to be on the side of taking care of somebody with Alzheimer's, or dementia, it's scary on this side too. And it's very sad to know. I mean, I don't know how many people come forward and tell other people, hey, but I know enough about health to know when something's not right. And it was very scary for me to know that I would have to give up dance, and I would have to give up all my health stuff, and I would have to give up this life that I've worked so hard to build, and I would have to give up dancing. That was so hard for me. And driving. I would have to give up everything, and rely on someone and not even remember if they were taking care of me. So I was very upset for a little while. And then recently, my last video, I did a video about C60. And the same people who produced that C60, guess what they have? NMN. So I personally, I called them and I contacted them and I said, I want a bottle and I need to have it shipped out like now, because I am going to do a video for you guys. Don't ask me to do a video. I'm asking you if I can do a video for you guys, because this stuff literally gave me my life back. And I'm going to say within 7 to 8 months, I now have like 98% of my memory back intact. I can do my dancing. I can do my driving. I love it. My brain is right back where it would be before this ever started happening. So if I can turn you guys on, if you guys have anybody that has dementia or Alzheimer's or anything, please try giving NMN a try. Okay, and cut out the carbs, because they are totally damaging the brain. Okay, there's just too much glucose in the brain and it's causing a lot of swelling. So between this and that, I was able to get everything back. Okay, so if you go to their website, I'm going to put a link underneath this video. Okay, and if you go to their website, they're going to give you, I mean, they already got a great price on it, better than anywhere else I've bought. You can go to their website. They're going to give you an extra 10% off if you use a place to heal as a checkout code. Make sure that you use it in all caps. So I'm going to put the link underneath and the code and everything, so you can just look underneath this video in the comments, and it's going to tell you how to get there. All right, and it will direct you there. And I'm telling you, that's about as honest as it gets. I can't get any more honest than that. So now you know a lot of what's happened and where I've been. I've been somewhere else. I don't know where I've been. Somewhere else. All right. So give this a try. And if it wasn't so damn late, I'd be going dancing. All right. I will see you guys soon. Love you guys. Love and respect one another. Stay happy. Stay healthy. And remember, if somebody comes to you, not if they say, please help me. If they just say, this anxiety is getting to be too much. This depression is getting to be too much. I think I might be losing my mind. Stop what you're doing. Put down your phone. Be present for them and ask them, how can I help you with this? Really, honestly, there's got to be something you can do to help them. Even if it's something like helping them Google stuff, and helping them with their diet and helping them stay away from the carbs. There's always something that you can do. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.